In today's episode, we're going to be making oven-fried chicken. This recipe is really tasty and great, and is a great alternative to traditional fried chicken because it doesn't have as much oil or fat in it. So first, we're going to start out. I have 3 chicken breasts that I've just cut in half and trimmed some of the fat off. I have some buttermilk, and I have some Tabasco sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is pour about a cup of the buttermilk into this bowl right here. So I'll just add that right in. And next, I'm just going to use this Tabasco sauce and put in a few dashes. It doesn't have to be precise, and obviously if you don't like things spicy, you don't have to put as much in. But I think the Tabasco sauce gives it a really nice kick to it and makes it really flavorful. So I'll just put a little bit in there. Okay, that looks perfect. And now using a spoon, I'll just make sure everything's stirred and mixed together. Just like that. And this recipe is so easy and quick to put together, which is why it's one of my favorites to make. Because now all I have to do is just place the chicken breast right into the bowl. Make sure everything's evenly coated. You want all sides to be submerged into the buttermilk mixture. So you may have to add a little more depending on how much chicken you have. Yeah, so I'll probably add a little more to this bowl since some of my breasts are a bit larger. So I'll just make sure everything is mostly submerged. And now I'm just going to place this into the fridge and let it marinate for about 30 minutes before I start the next process. Okay, so now the chicken has finished marinating. It's been in there for about 30 minutes. So I'll just get it out and then I'll start working on the bread coating that will cover the chicken. Let's see. Alright, we'll just set this aside right over here while I work on the coating. So the ingredients for the coating, I have some panko breadcrumbs, yellow cornmeal. The cornmeal gives it extra flavor, which is really nice. And then it has some seasonings. I have a little bit of garlic powder. I have some herbs I like to put in. This is just an Italian herb mix. You can really put in any herbs that you want, such as like rosemary or thyme. And I think the herbs just give it a really nice flavor. And I also have some salt and pepper to taste. So first, I'm going to start out by putting about a cup or so of panko breadcrumbs into the bowl. Depending on how much chicken you have, you'll probably need a little more, a little less. So I'll just carefully scoop this into the measuring cup. Okay. The panko breadcrumbs are really delicious. They give the chicken a really great crunch that you wouldn't think you would have. And it's very similar to fried chicken, so this makes a really great alternative. And another good thing is that it's much less messy since there's no oil involved. So cooking with oil can get just really gross and slimy. So, okay, here's the 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. And now I'll just add in about a 1/3 cup of cornmeal. Pour that right in. And now for my herbs. I'll probably just do about a teaspoon of these. Really, it's up to you and how much you want the herb taste to be prevalent. So I'll just add. And this herb mixture that I'm using consists rosemary, thyme, and a little bit of oregano. So it makes it just really flavorful and nice. So I'll just sprinkle a little more in the bowl and put that aside. And now I'll probably do about half a teaspoon of salt. Again, this is all up to you. This is really, it's just a taste, so just put in a little bit. And then some pepper. I really like my food peppery, so I tend to put in a little more than some people would, but again, it's up to you how much you want to add in. Let's go with this. And now I'll just give this mixture a quick stir, just to combine everything. Okay, that looks great. You can see right in there, you can see all the herbs mixed with the panko breadcrumbs, and it just looks delicious at this stage. And it's even more delicious once it's been cooked onto the chicken. So now that the crumb mixture is ready, I'm just going to take the chicken and I'll start coating it. So what I want to do, just grab one of the chicken breasts and just make sure kind of the excess buttermilk is drained off, because you don't want it to get soggy. So that looks about good. And now I'll just place it right into the bowl and just start coating it. And just flip it over on all sides. Make sure every little nook and cranny gets coated with the butter or the bread mixture. And later on, once you're finished completing all the chicken breasts, you can take all the excess breadcrumb mixture and just sprinkle even more on top. That way you just get all of the crunchiness of that on there. And so now I'll just take this chicken breast and place it on this pan that I have previously greased with some cooking spray, so that it won't stick while it's baking. And then I just keep repeating this process until I've finished coating all the chicken breasts. So, okay, this is the last chicken breast piece that I have. And once I finish coating this, I'll just take all these excess crumbs and sprinkle even more on the top, just to make sure all the chicken is coated and covered with the breadcrumb mixture. So I'll stick this right onto the pan with the others. And now, just using a spoon, I'll just spoon out the rest of this mixture and just pat it right on top, and so it sticks and everything's nice and secure onto the chicken. Okay, and that looks perfect. As you can see, all the chicken is really well coated. And as it bakes, it'll turn a really nice golden brown. And so now, I will just stick this in an oven that has been heated to 350 degrees, and it'll bake for about 20 minutes. The time can depend sometimes on how hot your oven gets. Usually about 20 minutes is fine, but you should cut into it, and you'll know it's done when the inside of the chicken is no longer pink. Sometimes it varies also depending on how thick your chicken breasts are. So I'll just stick this in the oven and come back in 20 minutes and check on it. Okay, so the chicken has finished. It's been in a little longer than 20 minutes just because the chicken breasts I used were pretty thick. So now I'm just going to take them out of the oven. They look nice and crispy and brown. Here we go. See, you can really see the herbs mixed in with the breadcrumb mixture, and it looks really delicious and tasty. And it's a really simple meal. It's a great replacement for regular fried chicken, super juicy, super tasty, and really easy to make. So this is oven fried chicken.